just going to give some time for some people to come up in here because I just want to give it a few minutes. Hmm. Welcome to my live, my channel. Thank you for watching. Um, I'm gonna just go ahead and get to it. So today is January 1st, 2021, and this is my first live um, on YouTube. And there's a few things that I would like to talk about. So I'm a local artist, and I just want to promote myself and maybe even help other people get motivated and find the skills that they need to put their own work out there. Um, I'm a poet, um, and I paint, so um, I do a lot of poetry, and I've been writing since the third grade, and I'm a little over my mid 20s right now. Um, so yeah, um, the main thing that I can say about my poetry and how it evolved over the years is once I really started speaking from my heart, talking about things that matter to me, and not so much worrying about what other people wanted to hear, um, that's when my message became genuine. And, it was authentic, it was raw. So that's when the message became and the vision became clear to me about, how I wanted my poetry to sound and, whatnot. So my thank you for watching, everybody. My poetry, it is raw, it's real, because it's talking about stuff that matters to me. And when I first started out, it was like, dang, what do people want to hear? What do people want to read about, and stuff like that? What matters to everybody else? But I had to tell myself, no, it's about what do I care about. So um once I became true to myself, um, that's when my poetry really started to take off. Doing spoken word at different venues and stuff, um, performing with different local artists and whatnot, building my confidence up, so that I can get to a point where I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm doing this, Um, and my paintings, I'm I've been painting for a few years now, um, several years now. I've been drawing since I was in middle school, so I've always liked to draw. I would be in class and I would be sitting there, doodling SpongeBob or Bugs Bunny, while the teacher's talking about algebra, and I'm just like, they're like, Brittany, you paying attention? Yeah, I got my notes right here, but I'm drawing too, and just to get on the teacher's good side, I would, draw her, what's that, Tweety Bird, um, Lola Bunny, baby Lola Bunny or something, So they'd be like, oh my God, thank you. This is for me. Oh my God, I'm going to post this up on my wall. And even now, like I used to work at a Japanese restaurant, and I used to work at a gas station too. And, I would draw stuff while I'm at work and post it up at my job, and people would be like, "Oh, who drew that?" And I'd be like, "Oh, that was me," or somebody would ask when I wasn't there, "Oh, who drew that?" "Oh, Brittany drew that." "Oh, you talking about the short dreadhead girl?" "Yeah, she drew that." "Oh my God, that's so dope," And it was like self-advertisement, um but I started painting December 2018, 17, 18, so a couple years. um and I always told myself I can't paint. I'm a drawer, I don't paint, you know and one day I went to Walmart and I got some canvases, some paint, and some brushes. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just try this, So what if it comes out terrible? I just want to try it just to say I did it, you know? And the first thing I ever painted was Tweety Bird. It was like uh, three little, Tweety birds in one painting. And I was like, okay, that ain't too bad. It ain't totally neat, totally perfect, but hey, I can tell what it is. It doesn't look like a third grader did it. So I gave it to my sister because that's her favorite uh, cartoon character. Yeah. And then I did. Dang, I'm drawing a blank right now. Oh my God, what's her name? Having a major brain fart right now. Um, Betty Boop. Thank you. Power to the brain. Betty Boop. I did Betty Boop, and I still have that painting. I was going to give it to one of my old high school friends, but I decided she wasn't a friend to me, so I said, "Screw that. You're not getting it." And I kept it, and it's on my Facebook. It's on my Instagram. Um, but yeah, it was nice. It was dope, So I'm just like, all right, okay, this is something I could actually do if I just, keep at it. It'll come along. It'll become something that that'll it'll be dope. So I just kept on doing it, and the more I did it, the more I found peace with it. Like, it was becoming more than just a hobby. Like, it was like, oh, I want to do this. And so I started painting for my friends and my family, people in my close circle. And I wouldn't charge them. I would just do it for free, just to say, hey, I did this, put it up in your house, take a picture and post it on Facebook, tag me in it. But yeah, and then I started charging, as I went along, figuring out prices that was, right for me, and, what I offer. And yeah, it just became something that I was just like, dang, like, if you would have asked Brittany 5 years ago if she would be painting, she'd be like, hell no. I don't paint, I draw. I don't paint, I write. I might even give private lessons on how to draw and paint for beginners if I get enough subscribers. That's something to think about. We'll see how that goes. Stay tuned. But yeah, my channel is going to be all about my poetry, my art, paintings, drawings. I might give private lessons. We'll see how that goes. I have to get enough subscribers for that. Yeah. I'll probably be more than likely talking about current events and history. Because there's always some craziness going on in the world, and there's a lot of people talking about different stuff that's going on, and their perspective is a little like, that's what that, and it's like, I feel like people in the normal world, we look at things different than the people that are like out there mainstream talking about it. um I'm being vague because I don't, have any copyright stuff to be talking about, just anything. But I feel like there's a lot of things going on, and people are just talking about it in a safe way. You know, they're not really getting into it. Really talking about what's really going on. If some stuff sounds sketchy, then it needs to be said. This sounds sketchy. This sounds like a setup. You know, this is not a coincidence. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna be giving my personal opinions on some stuff, and it's gonna be raw, like ain't no sugarcoating no shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So just a different perspective, trying to put some different energy out there, some different intentions, because I feel like it's needed. I feel like it's needed. Um, and I feel like my journey in life has been a little interesting to say the least. If you want to know who I am and what I'm about, stay tuned because I'm going to be talking about my life. Being black in America, that's a subject within itself, and being a black woman, that's a it's an honor, you know, and you have to wear that badge with responsibility. There's a lot of women around here not doing it right, and they're making us look bad. Um, when I was young, like young, yeah, I was a little dumb, little, doing what I see everybody else doing, because I was shy and I wanted to fit in, But, that's a conversation for a different story. But yeah, I'm gonna be talking about my life because I feel like, me giving insight on self would help somebody else, like giving the truth, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because there's always somebody going through something similar to and mine was kind of, you know. Um, so, I'm evolving, and that's what 2021 is about. Is about evolution within self, you know, um, elevating self. Um, and you have to be intentional. That's the big word of 2021. Be intentional about your ish. Make your next move your best move. Because if not, you're gonna get left behind. The stuff that you was doing 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, that shit ain't gonna cut it. That shit ain't gonna cut it. Like your whole mind state has to change. Like we're not going out in public like we used to, like if you sitting around getting high, getting drunk all day, sitting in your house with your besties and your homies, you know, and there's a pandemic going on, people losing their houses, getting evicted, their cars getting repoed because they can't pay the note, that type mess, falling behind on child support. Like you got to be on your grind. You got to motivate yourself and uplift yourself. You got to think about things differently. We're willing to sacrifice our bodies, but not our time. Okay, you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right, we're willing to sacrifice our in our body, but not our time. We'll go to the strip club, drink, We'll go to the club and drink and, possibly get raped, shot, you know. We'll gang bang, shooting a dude for stepping on your tennis shoes, sacrificing your body, selling drugs, doing drugs, sacrificing your body. But are you willing to wake up in the morning and go get it? Early. Early, intentional. Set your alarm clock. No, you ain't got no job no more. No, you ain't got no school no more. But are you still going to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and find yourself some education? Some higher knowledge for self? It's all about being intentional. And being intentional starts with, what do you truly want? Is this meant for you? Are you as bad as you say you are? Can you make it? Can you float without all the hype? Can you do it? Because a lot of us don't have a support system. A lot of us don't have a rich mommy and daddy to, hey, I need a few dollars for my my light bill. Can you help me? Some of us don't have that. Some of us don't even have somebody where we can call them up on the phone and be like, you know what, man? I'm feeling a little down. I don't know if I can do this. I want to jump off a bridge right now. Some of us don't even have somebody to call up and talk us off that bridge. So what are you going to do? You're just going to go to the bridge? Or are you going to find a way to be your own cheerleader? I had to do that. Because if I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have been on this live today. I was having a little bit of imposter syndrome, feeling like I'm not worthy, I'm not capable of doing this right here. But I look at people on here and I'm like, man, I can do way better than them. I'm way more entertaining than them, So, and I have something to say. Like, I'm trying not to go on a rant. I'm trying to make sense. So hopefully this all, sounds good, comes together and all that good stuff, But, a lot of people, when they think about the new year, they talk about the new year, they act like the new year is a magic wand and you just wave that. All your bad habits go out the window. Oh, it's January the 1st. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get some money. And it's like, nah, bruh, because if you still sleep until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you ain't getting that. I'm sorry. If you still, eating your popcorn, watching Love and Hip Hop, watching garbage, practicing how to do the walk challenge, you're not going to get there. I'm sorry. But yeah, we just like to think that, the new year is just going to be full of excitement and possibilities and positivity and awesomeness. It can be. 2020 was definitely interesting, definitely exciting, had us on our toes every step of the way, even with them signing that bill for that, $600, $600. It's all about energy, your energy, what you give into the universe and what you accept into your own universe. Because just because somebody brings some energy to you, that don't mean you gotta accept it into your aura. You should be able to flow like water and, you know what I'm saying? Shake that shit off. You know? I noticed that when I was going through life, I'm still going through life. I ain't dead yet. But I noticed, while I'm, going through life, my most popular moments in life was when I was trying to stay away from people. I'm trying to do my own thing. I'm literally in a house where there's a party going on, drinking, smoking, dancing, other stuff. And I'm in a corner literally playing chess with myself. And everybody's sitting there like, dang, what is she doing? And I'm like, I'm chilling. I mean, I live here, so I can't, it's not like I can, drive off. I mean, I could drive off, I had a car, but it's not like I can just drive off and go somewhere else. I live here with my ex-best friend, roommate. So it's like, I'm sitting here chilling. There's a party going on, and I don't really care for this. This happens every day. We listen to the same songs. We do the same dance routine. It's getting old. I want to do something else. I need to stimulate my mind, And just because I was different, it attracted people to me. Even when I was trying to break away from my addictions and turn a new leaf before the new year even came, that's when people started to, oh, Brittany, what you doing? Can I come over? Can I see you? Can I talk on the phone? Hey, talk to me. Notice me. I'm still here. We're still friends, right? And it's like, what? You wait until I'm not answering my phone to want to reach out to me? That shit is crazy, bro. You was not trying to talk to me. You was not trying to vibe with me until I said, yo, I'm doing my own thing. No, I ain't smoking weed no more. Because that shit's whack. Everybody want to sit here and act like, smoking weed all day is something cool to do. It is a distraction. You can't fight oppression if you're high. Because what happens when you hit that? Man, fuck them lights. Fuck that car note. You know what I'm saying? I got a pair of skates. I've been rolling waiting to skate off on. You know what I'm saying? I got a pair of skates. I'm about to, slide up out this bitch, I don't give a fuck. Anyways. Back on track. We have to be intentional about what we decide to spend our time and energy on. Time and energy is your currency. Because you can't get that time back. Sitting there watching a 2-hour movie about people shooting, smoking weed, drinking, twerking. When you could have been reading a book about how to fix your credit. Your next move has to be your best move, man. Like, this is chess, not checkers. And the government's winning right now. They playing dumb like a mug. And if you don't know anything about history, you don't know what's going on. They doing this. This is not the first time. This is not the first time, man. And they got money. They got plenty of money. They giving it off to other countries. Bullshit. Fucking museums that ain't even open yet. But they want us to think, oh, there's a deficit. We're going to be broke. We broke now. The fuck? We don't care. We don't care. Run that. Run that. We need that, So if 2020 taught us anything, hopefully we know now that we need to elevate into our higher selves. Um, Elevate or get left behind, period. Um, get a hold of your hustler's mentality. Find a skill. Find something that you like to do. OnlyFans page, don't cut it. That don't count. You ain't crafty. You ain't creative. You ain't inventive. You ain't authentic. Kim Kardashian taught us how to do that. Okay? It's not a skill. Now, if you want to, really dance as an art and teach other people how to dance and make money off of that, which you can do, then yeah, do that. Do that. It ain't all about your assets, Do it. Make it. Man, you got to elevate. We got to get our finances in order because the government is playing us. $600. That's my rent. For 1 month. Not even counting the bills. Not even talking about transportation. Not even talking about food. It's wintertime and, we ain't got no winter coat yet. Some of us, I ain't got no winter coat, you know what I'm saying? Can't even buy a winter coat. Because you got to think about, well, do I need a coat or do I need a carton of eggs? Get your health in check. Your gut is God. Your gut is your intuition. When you have a gut feeling, how your gut is gonna, your stomach is like another mind within itself. We have a brain, but we have our gut. And if your gut is filled with junk, clogged like a drain full of grease, you can't even flow, you know what I'm saying? You all constipated. You can't think right. Sitting here eating hot Cheetos and donuts. All that pork and stuff, man, cut that out. 2021 has to be steady momentum for getting something, getting somewhere. Sacrifice something. It ain't gonna be fun. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be easy. And you ain't gonna do it perfectly every step of the way, but you gotta start that, man. You gotta be the first of somebody in your circle to do something different. Stop doing the same mess that everybody else doing. That's whack. All right? I don't fuck nobody. I do what I want. So yeah, if you can't give up pork, give up beef. If you can't give up beef, say you ain't gonna eat no cheese. You can't give up dairy, I ain't gonna eat no cheese. Most of what I eat is cheese, so I'm just gonna cut out a little bit of that cheese. I can't cut out cheese every day, but if I just cut it out 3 days out of the week, that's progress, And stick to it. Be intentional. Your focus, your energy. Because when it comes to eating, it's about substance, not so much taste. Because if you're addicted to sugar and salt, you're going to crave that in all of your food. So it's not going to taste right unless it's in there. Just like, crackhead. They ain't going to feel like their day was productive because they ain't smoked no crack today. Sounds crazy, right? Well, my food ain't good because I ain't put enough salt in it. I ain't put a pound of sugar in my Kool-Aid, so it ain't taste right. You have to go off of substance and not taste. Cut back on that salt and sugar. Cut back on your pork. Cut back on your beef and because you are what you eat. If you eat dead meat, guess what you is? Your carcass. Dead meat walking. The zombie. So whenever you start eating right, you start feeling right. You have this lightness to you. You know, you exercise every day. 30 minutes to an hour, that's good. You know what I'm saying? Whether you walking, marching up and down your stairs, you know, doing Pilates. I don't know if that shit work or not. But you moving, you know. Dancing is a workout. Y'all like to twerk and stuff, man. If you get you a routine where you're not just shaking your ass and doing something else. Cleaning. Some of y'all don't like to clean, you know. Moving that broom back and forth. Some of y'all ain't swept in like a long time. You know, get them arms moving. You like to garden? Garden. You know what I'm saying? Gardening is a workout in itself. But this is all one, you know? Like, our brain is connected to our stomach. And if you think about it, our body is like very like epic. Like, it's awesome. Like, let's think about melanin. Melanin is the most powerful cell in your body next to this. It's a cell in your brain. Like, I don't know if it's the hippocampus or the corpus callosum or it's something in the back of your head, you know, that makes you think, that helps you think. Melanin is right next to that. You know, that's amazing. And black folks don't even want it. We don't want that. Nah, make me lighter. I want to be light. Because white is right. Bullshit. And then, like, our body is made up of, like, little tiny cells, you know? Like, I ain't no science major, but, like, I know a little-ish, you know? Like, little tiny cells that represent us, that make up us. Like, think of a picture, and it's all pixelated. All those little dots are cells and atoms and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And that comes together to make you. And each cell is important because without those cells, you wouldn't be able to do what you do. You think you do it just because you want to? Get paralyzed and see what happens. I'm not telling you to get paralyzed. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. You know what I'm saying. You get where I'm coming from. So, a lot of times we can't move forward because of the people that are around us. You know, people that make excuses all the time. Or they tell you, hey, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a cool idea, but I mean, you know, that's risky. That's a little different. I never heard of that before. I mean, you know, ain't too many people doing that. I don't know if I would do that if I was you. You don't need them in your circle. You know, most of my friends smoke weed. And you know where I be? Not around them. Because if I'm around them, guess what I'm doing? You know what? Because I'm still working on myself. So I can't sit here and lie to myself like, yeah, I can still hang out with that person, those people. Even though us being around each other is not productive at all. So sometimes you have to sacrifice your time as far as, you know, the people that you're around. Even talking on the phone. You know, you listen to somebody and they complaining all day. Talking about, man, I wish. Imagine if you on the phone with somebody for 10 minutes and they talking about, yeah, man, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm doing it, man. Fuck what you heard. I'm doing that. And both of y'all like, yeah, man, do that. Do that. Y'all beefing each other up. You know what I'm saying? That's like a poor man trying to be around a rich man trying to talk about, or no, two poor people being together talking about getting rich. That's what that equates to. You ain't getting nowhere. Cause you just gonna, I wish it would be nice, you know what I'm saying? What if lizards could fly? Would that be a dragon? Oh my god, man, you right. Tell your friends you're busy working on yourself. If they understand, then they love you. And if they are really your friend, then that means they're a reflection of you, and them seeing you evolving and bettering yourself will make them want to do the same thing. Because they see the way you walk, they see the way you talk, you glowing different. You a whole nother person, you know? And they're like, dang, I like her, I like him, they changing, but I like it. I want to do that, you know? They'll see you changing your life for the better and they'll want to do the same. If they're decent people, you know? Who wants to be a half-ass person? If you want to be around a half energy individual, somebody who only gives 50%, then that says a lot about you. You want to be 50%? Well, that's not going to get you nowhere. Because your cup always going to be about empty. They going to want to do the same if they really F with you, man. They going to want to do the same. Because they going to see you genuinely happy. When you doing something that's better for yourself, not what feels good. Because pain is gain, That inner beauty is pain. Because, it's not going to be easy. But when they see you genuinely happy and you sticking with it, like you ain't folding, you like, yeah, I'm actually getting better. Like, I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. They're like, dang, I want to be happy like that. You mean I don't have to be high to be happy? Who does that? 2021 is about giving yourself the harsh truth, making yourself uncomfortable. Because if you're comfortable, you ain't going to change. You ain't going to move. You're going to be still right here. It's called tough love. Because telling yourself, oh, the struggle's real. Everybody going through it. The process takes time, It ain't no overnight thing. You know what that tells your brain? Oh, you got time. You got time. I used to think I had time. When I was like 23, man, what I gotta go to school for? I can always go back to school. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody, I got time. 5 years later, how old are you? 28, almost 30. Having that type of mentality isn't going to get you anywhere anytime soon. You think it's going to take time to get better, then it's going to take time. If you think that it takes intention and focus and determination, motivation, then yeah, it'll happen a little bit faster. If you want it, it's going to happen. It'll happen as fast as you want it to happen. you know, if you don't have a support system to like back you up, somebody to talk to and stuff like that. It's 11:11. But if you don't have a support system, somebody to talk to and bounce ideas off and pick you up and stuff like that, like something that I do when I'm getting that imposter syndrome, I go online and I look at videos of people talking about how they got it from the mud. They was like, you know what, man, I can't get no lower than this. So I gotta do something, man. Like I'm about to start selling CDs out of my trunk. I'm about to go start selling candy to kids. I'm about to start raking yards so I can promote myself. And then telling, like watching videos where somebody's saying, it ain't about the money because money is out there. You can rob somebody for their money if you want it that bad. But if it's about happiness, you gotta find out what makes you happy. Like deep down, like what makes your soul smile, you know? A lot of us get low doubt in ourselves. We just gotta push through it. Cause if I wouldn't have done it, I wouldn't have been on this channel right now. Honey, it is 2021. All right, we up in here. Oh, doubt. I mean, you can have doubt. You can have fear and conquer that. It's an emotion, energy, and motion. You gotta push it, push past it. Like I've been live for like 42 minutes and some change. Like I thought I was gonna be up here for 5 minutes. um, but yeah, if y'all dig my style and whatnot, y'all like the way I flow, then y'all should subscribe. Like my video. Check out my other videos. I got more to come. 2021. Talking about my art and my poetry, current events, history, personal opinions. Don't forget, if I get enough subscribers, I might start teaching some things. And I'm gonna be talking about my life because my story is that's my what do you call it? Testimony. And somebody out there can relate. So if my voice matters, your voice matters. So shame ain't shame and guilt. That's nothing but baggage. And stress will kill you. All right. I know people who died from stress. Stress. You know what? I'm gonna give y'all a poem. Let's see what I got. I'm gonna find a poem to recite. I wish I had my other phone in here. All right, I'm gonna read this. it's short and sweet. I don't even think I finished it, but I'm about to end this live, so I'm gonna end it with some poetry. It ain't got no title or nothing. I wrote this August 11th, 2020. It says, "Life is good. I'm blessed and thankful. The process has been painful. I have the scars and mental wounds to prove. But a little faith gave me confidence like I never knew. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. Disappointments are a part of the test. I worry about me and say fuck the rest. Anything I do, I give it my best. I wouldn't be honest if I said I wasn't a mess. I'm not ashamed because these are my sins to confess and to live with." See, short and sweet. So I appreciate y'all for kicking it with me, 46 minutes and counting. Like, share, subscribe, and leave me some comments so I know how y'all feel, so I can gauge myself and how y'all relate to me. If it's anything you want me to talk about, let me know. Yeah, I appreciate it. That's really all I can say. So y'all stay tuned for more to come. And yeah, I'll probably be going live, like not live, but posting content. I'm gonna try to do it twice a day because I got a lot of stuff to get out. So twice a day, that would be dope. That's ideal for me. But I'm gonna keep y'all updated. So just stay tuned and subscribe. So yeah, thank you.